Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2, and today I'm going to be giving you part 2 of What If Naruto Was an Exile Saiyan and Trained by Vados. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends in social media platform, and also guys, if you're new in this first time hearing my voice, I have 3 more channels, Anime King 3 and Anime Prince, which I post what if on every single day for you guys to enjoy. Links will be down in the description, so go ahead, check them out and enjoy guys. I also posted a brand new series over in Anime King of What If Naruto Was Neglected by his mother for his sister guys. And also over Anime Prince, I posted a brand new episode of What If Naruto Was an OP villain in My Hero Academia, so go ahead, check out that and enjoy guys. And remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new, and turn on the bell notifications, stay posted on all the channels. So without further ado, what do you say we jump right into this new episode? Begin now guys. So the last time we left off, something that has never yet happened on the planet Sadala was a baby. He was born with a tail. His parents had died. His father had died in the mission after converting his life engine to power, and his mother had died from a poison. The king came there as he saw the child, as he's never seen a child with a tail like this. The child accidentally looked up towards the moon and things went crazy. The king had to fly towards part of the village where there was no one there. As the child turned to a giant ape, several more elite warriors showed up, as they had to remove his tail. As King realized that was the only way, so he cut it off. Not after suffering injuries though. Him and his men were pretty roughed up. The child power had skyrocketed in this ape form. They brought him back as a doctor, and the king spoke about this. A few years passed as Naruto was now 7 years old. The 7-year-old Naruto was friends with Kale and Khalifa, as he has been friends for a long time now, as the both of them enjoy his company and enjoy training with him. And also Kale had a crush on Naruto, as they were trained at the moment. The kids were greatly powerful then, it to be expected given that they haven't been put through any intense training yet. However, they were super powerful. However, the king arrived. It turns out that Naruto was going to be exiled from the planet. The reason being, there was another attack. Everything showed that Naruto did this in his ape form. There was a man there, Toru, another Saiyan that didn't like Naruto. As the king had gave Naruto offer that if he were to transform this again, they could not allow him to remain to the planet. As Naruto's tail had grown back, it doesn't matter if they cut it off. As Naruto was deeply upset by that, so much so as Kale and Khalifa as well. But however, they were going to make sure that he has a way of defending himself, so Naruto got a state-of-the-art ship with enough food to last him for a long while, not to mention a perfectly training area, as they want to send him to the planet Earth there. As the king had a plan because he believed that Naruto was being framed. However, he had to find the evidence before he can take this up with the higher heads here as well, as the people were fearing of the boy power, thinking that he would transform and kill all of them, seeing that the entire city block was wiped out. So the king had to hide the fact that he knew that Naruto was being betrayed and set up at the moment. As they end up testing Naruto's power level, and it was immense, as Naruto had this more power stored inside of him whenever he pushed himself a bit far. He told Kale and Khalifa to keep up with their training as he set off, which they did. As Naruto started training on the ship, he was growing at an astonishing rate as Naruto was getting stronger by the day go by until his ship came across a minefield. He had to land on the planet Namek as he met the leader there. It turns out that they knew his parents, the leader that is. His parents had docked here one time once they were coming back from the mission. As Naruto spent some time there as the Namek leader had planet Earth clear, as there was no humans there, so even if he transformed he would not kill anyone. As Naruto had not transformed ever since that day though, as he was being set up. As he was able to make a communication back with the others, It turns out that they got some evidence and they were making a search on it as Naruto spoke to them. As Naruto has gotten ridiculously strong in the past 2 months. As 4 years end up passing by rather quickly, as Naruto has been on Earth for the past 4 years now. He was now 11 years old as Naruto has gotten exponentially stronger. He was 5'2". However, that is when someone landed on the planet. It was none other than Frost. Frost was here to claim this planet, however Naruto would not let him. As Frost had brought 2 of his goons but Naruto destroyed them rather quickly. It turns out that Toro was the one that hired Frost. It seems that Naruto and him were related. He was Naruto's uncle. The reason being that he was upset that Naruto's father was always taking the spotlight. That is why he hated him so much. However, that just pissed Naruto off even more. As Naruto was far stronger than he let on. Not to mention he was able to awaken a new form that he called Super Saiyan, blonde hair, green eyes. As Naruto dominated him in a fight, he stood no chance. Once he was gone, Naruto looked up as he felt something. Vados and the Supreme Kai was watching Naruto from where he was. The Supreme Kai was shocked that he was able to sense them, but that was not the case. The boy's body was so acclimated to nature, he was able to feel it but he did not know exactly what he was feeling. As Vados has been watching for the past 4 years now. As the Supreme Kai noticed that she took on a kind of mothership towards the child, however, she says she was just interested in training him. However, they could not let Champa find out about this, so they had to head back. So yeah guys, basically as we left off, you guys can switch across the place, check it out for yourself, and also, don't forget to go ahead and check out the brand new series over in Namek of what if Naruto was neglected by his mother for his younger sister guys, so go ahead, check out that and enjoy. And remember for new, yes, I indeed have 4 channels, Anime 2, Anime 3, Anime Prince, which I post what if on every single day for you guys to enjoy, so go ahead and click that subscribe button and become a part of the Anime family, and thank you for all the your playing support, and yeah, without further ado, we'll just begin this new episode. Starts right now guys. At the moment, Naruto was in the middle of eating enough food that could feed an entire village when he felt an energy spike from above. Looking up, he saw an attack coming towards the earth. Shit, that thing has enough power to blow up the planet. Who the hell did this? As Naruto stopped eating before he shattered the ground when he took off, he easily countered the blast and sent it back out into space. Oh, I see that you weren't lying. You are a strong one. I can see why all of my men Fail and Taro was taken out so easily. Are you sure that you don't want to join me, said Frost, as he landed on the ground. Yes, I'm sure. Because you're actually at the top of my to kill list. You gave Taro the poison to kill my mother, said Naruto. I've already dealt with it now. Naruto flashed in front of Frost with pure speed. You're next. As Naruto punched him away. I didn't even see him move, Frost thought, as he gathered himself in mid-air. As he looked around, as he was nowhere to be seen. Where is he? I'm behind you. Frost turned as a fist smashed him right into the ground. He quickly flew back up as they started to trade blows. You're actually not bad. I guess I'll have to step it up a notch, said Frost, as he disappeared and kneed Naruto right in the gut. As his tail lashed out and wrapped around Naruto's neck, as he kept on pounding Naruto in the stomach. He powered up more and the punches started to get faster and also stronger as well. If he wasn't so caught up trying to cause pain to Naruto, he would have noticed the ki blast in Naruto's hand. As Naruto fired right at his tail and sliced it in half. He then slammed his foot into Frost's chest. Frost slammed into the ground as Naruto created a big ki blast before he dropped it right towards him. A gaping hole was left as Frost was at the bottom of that hole. He pulled himself out, bruises and scratches as he was bleeding, and his tail was cut as well. My tail, do you realize what you just did? How dare you make a fool out of me? I am Frost, the strongest being in the universe, and I will not be made a fool of by some kid. As the place started to shake as Frost started to power up. As he released an enormous amount of power, his body started to form cracks on it. As he took on a new form, as Naruto couldn't really feel a difference in power, but something changed. He took on a longer mouth, with spikes coming from his back and his tail regrew. If anything else, he looked more like a freak. You should be honored. I've never shown this transformation before. You will be the first and last person to see it. But don't worry, I'll give you a good show, said Frost as he vanished. He's fast, Naruto thought, as he blocked the punch. Frost wasted no time as he moved in to start his attack once again. He vanished once again, and this time his fist planted in Naruto's gut as he gripped Naruto by the face and blasted a ki blast right into him point blank. Frost flashed above Naruto as he dropped a kick in his spine before he started raining down ki blasts on him as the ground was ripped apart. as he was the only one standing mid-air. I guess this form was too much for him. He may have defeated Toru, however Toru is nowhere close to my level. If he would have just taken my offer, he would have made a strong addition to my troops. Your head will make a good trophy on my wall. Frost froze as he heard that voice. Before he could even turn, a feet crashed in the side of his face, throwing him back. As he righted himself in mid-air, he couldn't believe what he was seeing. How? How are you not hurt? Well, you see, your little transformation has a big flaw to it. You might have gained a ton of speed, however, your attacks don't have any true power, said Naruto. Your strength has not increased that much, and neither has your power level. You prey on those weaker than you, so you never had an actual test to see how strong you are. I can guarantee that you don't even train, since you only fight people that are weaker than you. I'm the strongest Saiyan alive in our universe. I'm not cocky to say that there is no one stronger than me. I know there are people out there stronger than me, said Naruto. Are you done? I can give a crap about your speech. It means nothing to me. Let me show you why I'm the strongest in the universe, said Frost as he vanished. As Naruto ducked, dodging Frost's fist before he slammed his elbow into his guts. As blood came from Frost's mouth, Naruto then gripped him by the throat and flew down, smashing him into the earth. As Naruto raised both of his hands before he dropped them into Frost's chest, causing the thing to cry out before he gripped him by the tail and swing him before he launched him into mid-air. He then blasted several key blasts. Frost waited for the impact, but he felt nothing. Ha, it seems like your aim is a bit off. As he lowered his hand. No, said Naruto. I was just waiting for you to let your guard down. As Naruto clenched his fists, Frost saw a lot of key blasts surrounding him. The moment Naruto clenched his fist, they all rushed in as they exploded violently in mid-air. Frost fell from mid-air as he was unconscious, hitting the ground a thud. As Naruto started to walk towards him when 10 of Frost's henchmen appeared. Get back or we'll kill you, one of them said. Take him and leave, said Naruto. He claims to be the strongest in the universe. There is nothing worse than a wounded pride. And tell him when he wakes up that I wasn't even trying, said Naruto. You'll regret the day he sees you again, one of them said, as he flew off. I'm not worried about him, said Naruto. As Naruto made his way toward Toru's ship, as he found many software that would be used in multiple video calls. As he took it and brought it back to his own ship. I can use this to call Dr. Venus and check upon Kale and Khalifa, Naruto thought to himself. As he brought it to his ship assimilated all of these software, and it didn't take too long. As it started to program, hello, a female voice spoke up. Who are you? He asked. I am Dr. Prika. Who are you? She said. I am Naruto. Is Dr. Venus there? He asked. I'm sorry, but Dr. Venus was killed by Toru 3 years ago, she said. As Naruto went silent for a few minutes before he asked, are Kale and Khalifa around? He said. Sadly, no. After Dr. Venus was murdered, they stopped coming by. No one has seen them by ever since, but rumors are that Kale ran off and joined some local gang, and she took Khalifa with her. What the hell is going on? Is King Vados available? Said Naruto. No, he's busy at the palace. Toru has gone rogue, and he's trying to track him down, as well as Kale and Khalifa. Can I give him a message? She asked. That's fine, Dr. Prika. I can hear this out myself, as Vados walked in. Of course, my liege. So, Naruto, what can I do for you? Vados asked. Stop trying to find Toru, Kale and Khalifa, said Naruto, in a blunt tone. Who are you to order a king around? Said Prika. Someone that can easily defeat him, said Naruto. If you don't believe me, check my file that Dr. Venus had on me, and my last reported power level. Prika grabbed the file, as she decided to humor him. However, after she found his name, her eyes went wide. 1 million? Your last reported power level was 1 million. I don't believe it. I didn't even power up at my fullest at that time, said Naruto. I am sorry if I disrespected you, but the king is not to be offended. Are you that same Naruto that born with the tail? She asked. As Naruto nodded, I would like to apologize again. Dr. Venus always held you in his highest regards. He spoke really highly of you. I'm really sorry. It's okay, it doesn't bother me. You're doing what anyone in their shoes would do. Now, Naruto, why should I call off my search? Vados asked. Well, you won't find Kale or Khalifa. Khalifa brother maybe know where she is, but if he hasn't come running to you, that must mean she isn't in any danger. The same go for Kale as for Toru. I just killed him like 2 hours ago. He trapped me down to earth and was easily beaten. Very well. But I will need to see his body for proof. As Naruto smiled sheepishly, rubbing the back of his head. What did you do, Naruto? Well, he kind of admit that he was the one that poisoned and killed my mother, so I kinda annihilate him, said Naruto. Down to the last piece. Fine. I'll just have to take your word on this. Anything else you need? Oh yeah. Did you know that he was my uncle on my father's side? How is he your uncle? Oh come on, I'm 11. And even I know how, said Naruto. Do me and Dr. Prika need to have the talk with you, King Bordos. Naruto asked, causing Dr. Prika to giggle at that. As Bordos' eyes started to twitch. I know how smart has. I mean, how come your grandparents on file has only one child? A few years after returning from a 2-year-long mission. Oh shit, said Bordos. What is it, my liege? Prika asks. After Saiyans take a year or longer mission, they have a week to themselves before reporting in. His grandmother must have gotten pregnant during that mission and never report home, like protocol state that you should report if you're severely injured or become pregnant. She must have had Toro doing the mission and never reported it. 2 years after that, she returned with your father. She claimed to find Toro on the streets and took him in. I guess this whole time he was his blood brother, said Bordos. Yeah, he was trying to buy Earth, but unfortunately, his transaction was for nothing, said Naruto. Well, I will see you later, Naruto. I will send this video address to Renzen, so that he can give it to Khalifa, so they can speak to you. As Bordos left the room, it was nice meeting you, Dr. Prika, said Naruto. Likewise, Naruto, as she ended the call. Once she did, Naruto's eyes started to water. Hearing that Dr. Bordos had been killed, Naruto has been holding back so much rage. As he calmly walked off the ship before, he lifted his head to the sky and screamed. A violent amount of power exploded out of him. The whole planet shook violently. The place was cracking and tearing apart. His Super Saiyan form activated by itself. However, Naruto kept on screaming, releasing huge amount of power until lightning started to gather around him. However, he ended up falling to his hands as he just stood there and cried, losing his Super Saiyan form and something beyond that. As Naruto's head snapped to the side when he felt something. Looking, he saw something on the ground. As he calmly got up, walking over, as he noticed it was some clothing. Enjoy the clothes, Naruto. We will meet each other very soon. V. Who the hell is V? Naruto wondered, as he looked at the strange clothing. Meanwhile, in space, Vados looked through her staff, as she saw Naruto. Him being in tune with nature is gonna get me caught, and I can't afford to be seen right now. But that power increase is nothing natural. He advanced in power extremely fast for someone his age. The two Saiyan girls don't even come close to his growth rate. I wonder how strong he will be in a few more years. That is when I will properly introduce myself and give him the chance to train under me. As she left to return to Champa, back with Naruto, he looked towards the clothes, and he liked them. Whoever was watching him had good taste in clothing. He replaced Saiyan armor with the clothing. It was the right size, perfectly. He was wearing a black short sleeve shirt that stuck to his upper body, black pants with black kung fu boots, and a blue stocking, and a blue obi tied around his waist, and blue armbands. This is so cool, he said, as he wondered who was his fee. He needed to thank them for the clothing. As he glanced up towards the heavens, this ship then started to beep. Tonight was a full moon. As he returned back to the ship, I need to work on my transformations. I can transform, but it takes too long, and the strain on my body is too painful. I'll start training again with the gravity machine, said Naruto to himself. Time skip. 6 months later, as Naruto was flying around Earth in his Super Saiyan form, having gotten accustomed to being Super Saiyan all the time, that is when he smelled cooked food. As he was heading towards one of his favorite restaurants that was packed. However, now, what the hell? People were here. Naruto lowered his power level. It was difficult to do while in Super Saiyan, but he had been in the form for a while now, and he was learning how to master it. As he noticed 3 people that he's never seen before. Lord Champa, do you think it's wise to spend so much time here? Said Vados. I agree with Vados, Lord Champa. We don't know who or what could be on this planet. The guy told him. Vados? As Naruto wondered if she is a strange person that left him this clothing. Her name does start with V, he thought to himself. Look on down, this planet has no one on it. I thought it was destroyed due to the wars, but I was wrong. Besides, there's no one strong enough to take us on. And I'm the god of destruction. Fua, you're the supreme Kai, and Vados, you're my angel and guide. Honestly, nothing will happen while we're here. My senses are on full alert. Nothing can get near me without me knowing, said Champa. As Naruto realized he was caught. Who are you? He said. Champa screamed as he jumped out of a chair, hitting the ceiling, his head blasting right into it. Isn't this what we were trying to avoid? Fua whispered to Vados. Yes, but apparently, Lord Champa and his appetite had better ideas, said Vados. Well, what do we do now? Should we introduce ourselves? Fua asked. We might as well, Vados said. I already know your names. You're Vados, he's Fua, and the fat purple cat in the ceiling is Champa. Hey, who are you calling fat? You. I mean, look at you. Your stomach looks like it's about to destroy your pants. I mean, do you even work out, said Naruto. You do realize I can kill you, right, said Champa. You're not the first person to threaten to kill me. However, I am feeling the vibes from Vados. She won't allow you to kill me, said Naruto. Can I presume that you're the one that gave me the clothing, said Naruto. Yes. Well, thank you, said Naruto. You're much welcome, Naruto. So you've been watching me this entire time, said Naruto looking at her. Was it all of you? No, not all the time. I came along once after you killed that guy known as Taru. But Vados has been the one watching you, said Fua. Yes, I have to say it's quite impressive for you to almost discover me here. I know that you can't detect my energy, so you must use other methods, Vados said. If he can't detect our energy, how did he almost find you and discover us? Asked Champa. As Naruto looked towards his tail, I guess I'm more in tune with nature because of my tail, he said. Due to that I can sense the slightest change in the wind, if it's unnatural. I knew that someone was watching me, I just couldn't find out where. As for me finding where you are today, I smell the food that you guys were cooking. I'm impressed by your growth, Naruto. However, I do not feel the same energy that I was feeling before. Perhaps you have strength that comes out at a certain period of time. One more thing, I thought you had black hair and black eyes, not blonde and green hair. What happened to you? Oh, this. It's called hair dye in contact, said Naruto. I think I look better like this. He was lying. He didn't want anyone to know about his Super Saiyan transformation yet. Okay, that's good and all, but can we eat now? I'm starving, and this meal look really delicious. Aren't you a bit overweight? Perhaps you should start with a nice salad, said Naruto. I'll have you know, I'm one of the strongest gods of destruction. My weight doesn't affect the way I fight. There are only 3 gods stronger than me. Vados, do not tell them I said that, said Champa. I will never do something like that, Lord Champa. That would be disrespectful towards you. Yeah, sure you won't, he said, as he didn't believe her so much. You said that you're one of the strongest gods of destruction. How many are there, said Naruto. That will be known to you at a later date, Naruto. Right now you're not ready for that kind of information. I would suggest that you focus on training and getting your skills better. You do that, and we might meet again in the future. However, we must get going. We have a meeting with the other gods and angels, said Vados as she raised her staff and they were all gone. What? No goodbye, said Naruto, as he didn't notice. They didn't even clean up after themselves. I know this restaurant isn't mine, but at least have the courage to clean up after yourself, he said, as he started to clean up the place. In space. He's a good kid now that I met him face to face, said Fua. Although he called me fat more than once, I can agree. I can feel the power radiating from him. For someone his age, it's a lot. I've been watching over this universe for a while, and outside from us, there's only 3 people stronger than him. The famous assassin of our universe, that other Saiyan girl with a hidden power that she has yet to access, and that one weird looking creature with blue skin and orange hair. Actually, Lord Champa, the Saiyan girl, despite her hidden powers, is not stronger than Naruto. You aren't able to detect his power like I can. He has a lot more power than he lets on, and much more to access. If he keeps this up, he may become even stronger than you. Well, he would have to train under Vados to pass you, but she has never shown interest in training him, so your spot is safe and secured, said Fua, hiding the fact that Vados want to train Naruto. It doesn't matter if he ever becomes stronger than me, I'll still be his god of destruction, and if he ever steps out of line, I'll just destroy him, said Champa, as he started to eat. Not necessarily, Lord Champa. I believe if someone is strong enough, they can overpower destruction energy and render it useless. You should not take him lightly. She's right, Lord Champa. You shouldn't get too cocky. That can be very dangerous. Isn't that the reason why you lost the last fight against your brother? After all, you two should be pretty much equal in power, yet he always seemed to beat you. He cheated during the fight. Now drop it. I have some food to enjoy, said Champa, as he started to eat. Back with Naruto. Staying in Super Saiyan this long is not draining my energy anymore. I'll stay like this for another month. After that, I'll start to go into Super Saiyan 2 for a longer amount of time as well. By then, I'll start to explore some planets, maybe make some more friends. As Naruto returned back to focus on his training, however, someone called him. As he powered down, as he answered the call, it was Khalifa. Well, look who it is. Long time no see, huh? So how has it been, buddy? Said Khalifa. I've been good. What is this I hear about you taking Kale and joining some gang? Oh, that is nothing. We're taking care of ourselves and beating up everyone that messes with us. So you've become a criminal since I've been gone. I'm not too surprised, said Naruto. Where's Kale? Well, she's out, handling some business for me. She'll be back later tonight, don't worry. She's with some of our best people. Khalifa, you dragged Kale into a gang and turned her into a criminal. What the hell were you thinking? Hey, I'm the one taking care of her, not you. You left and everything went wrong. I'm protecting her from being taken advantage of. Turning her into a criminal is not taking care of her. You know how timid she is. She's not meant for that kind of lifestyle. I can't believe you do something so stupid. Stupid? You call me taking care of her, making sure she had food, water, and clothes on her back, stupid? She's perfect for this kind of business. Her shy and timid personality is how we bring in some of her stuff. Hell, the older girls said once she turns 16, she can start going on missions with them. They're the ones bringing the most money and goods. That's because they're using their bodies to get what they want, Khalifa. They aren't robbing anyone like you sent Kale to do. They're having sex with people to get what they want. Do you honestly want Kale to run around like them and do what they do, said Naruto. Does it really matter? You aren't here. You don't know what we've been through. I'm protecting Kale, and it's a hell of a lot more than what you're doing. Let me guess, you do nothing but train all day and not try to even come back to Sadala. Do you know Kale would cry herself to sleep because you weren't here? No, you didn't. Do you know that you weren't here when her parents died? Because I was. You're not here, so don't tell me how to deal with her. We're doing perfectly fine without you. I don't need you, and Kale don't need you. We are fine. If you're gonna criticize the way we are, then you're not our friend anymore. We have new friends now, basically a family, and you're not included. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna show your support? Or are you not gonna support us, said Khalifa. I'm sorry, but I can't approve of that lifestyle, said Naruto. I won't support this. Well, too bad. It's not your decision on how we live our life. I guess you're not our friend anymore. Me and Kale won't be needing this anymore then. As she pulled out two bracelets that she and Kale used to wear, as she destroyed them. Now goodbye, and have fun in space by yourself, as she ended the call. As Naruto clenched his fist in rage, he looked down as he pulled off the wristband that he was wearing and threw it in the garbage. Fine, no more friends. I'll be strong on my own without any friends. I don't need them, said Naruto, as he powered up back to Super Saiyan. He then turned the machine back to 50x gravity. Back with Khalifa, as she was in the room just staring at the wall. I know he meant well, but he has no right to judge us on how we live our life, she thought to herself. She didn't want to do what she just did, but in her mind she was right. She was taking care of Kale and kept her from being taken advantage of. She knew Kale was strong. Kale was equal to her full power of 7 million. No one would be able to hurt her. That brought up another problem. What am I going to tell Kale? Tell me what, Khalifa? As Kale entered, Khalifa looked towards her as she was silent for a long while. We're no longer friends with Naruto. I called him and we had a huge argument. What were you two arguing about? Asked Kale. He doesn't approve of our lifestyle now. He said I was stupid for dragging you in this kind of life. He doesn't agree with what we did and said that he wouldn't support us. But I thought we were supposed to do anything for family. We've been with these people for 4 years. They're like our family. Why won't he approve, said Kale. Because he said we're basically criminals now. He heard that the older girls want you to join them when you turn 16, and it set him off. But we aren't criminals unless we get caught. That is what we were taught. He was the one that told us that families stick together and doesn't turn their backs on one another. Did he turn his back on us? Said Kale. Yeah, he did, Kale. I know you two have been friends since you were basically born. But he turned his back on us. What about our bracelets? I destroyed them in front of him. Kale lowered her head. Do you think he got rid of his? I don't know. Honestly, I don't care. He's made his decision. We're not friends anymore. Can we at least call him one more time to see if he changes his mind, Kale asks. Fine, go ahead, said Khalifa. As Kale went over to the monitor, she tried to call him, however, it wasn't going through. She started to cry. He blocked us. I'm sorry, Kale, I really am. But I guess we're not gonna hear from Naruto anymore. Does this mean that we're enemies now? I don't think so. Remember, he's not alone on Sadala, so he won't be in our way. The only way I can see him stopping us if we travel to another planet. And he got in our way. Other than that, we'll have no problem with him. As Kale just looked really sad. As Khalifa threw her hand on her shoulder. Don't worry, I'll still be here for you no matter what. As for Naruto, he was in 105 X gravity. As Naruto had been pushing himself for the past 13 hours. As Naruto was training dangerously, as he kept on throwing blasts around. However, he messed up. The gravity kept on increasing as Naruto was focusing. However, his mind was a mess right now. As the conversation that he just had really messed him up. One of the blasts hit him in the back. As he had to turn, however, the strongest one that he sent slammed right in his face. Throwing him back as two more slammed into him, he crashed into the wall as he fell down. Vados, who had come to Earth, so Champa could have some more food, decided to see what Naruto was up to. However, she only caught the final part of Naruto training. Given the amount of speed and the gravity increase of those attacks, he's lucky to only be unconscious. She teleported into the room as she deactivates the gravity machine. She picked him up as she placed him in the healing tank and set it to heal him for 12 hours. He should be fine by then. I should head back before Lord Champa get angry and start to randomly destroy planets again. Before she left though, she raised her staff as she made him some more clothing that were a lot more durable, in different sizes though, so when he grew, he should wear them. The next day, as Naruto's eyes snapped open, what the hell? He can't remember going into the tank. The last thing he remembered was getting hit by that blast. After that, everything was so fuzzy. He had no idea what the hell. He didn't notice the clothing. Vados, he thought. You know, if she wanted to act like my mom, all she had to do was ask, Naruto thought to himself as he sat down, looking over the new clothing on Champa's planet. Vados smiled as she looked into her staff. What to this smile, Vados? Nothing, my lord. Do you need anything, she asks. Yes, that boy that we met on Earth. His name was Naruto, yes. How strong do you think he is right now? Said Champa. Well, I felt his base power hit 30 million. But I felt his engine spike up to 1.5 billion and then to 3 billion. I'm guessing he can suppress his power level. The lowest I felt him suppress it was down to 500. And that was when he scared you, my lord. He didn't scare me. I simply thought I saw a piece of meat on the ceiling and I didn't want it to go to waste. Anyway, I want you to keep an eye on him. His growth rate is impressing me. And he now has my interest. If he grows to a point of my liking, I want you to train him. I know it seems odd, but I have this strange feeling that in the far future we will need strong warriors for something. I don't know what. And I just want to make sure that my universe has the strongest warriors. As you wish, my lord. How often should I check up on him? You don't need to see him in person, just monitor his power level for the next 3 years. If he reaches a certain point, I'll let you offer him training, but for now, just watch him. As you wish, she said, as Champa walked away. Meanwhile, with Naruto, as he was thinking about Kale and Khalifa, to achieve Super Saiyan 2, their emotion had to be heightened, and right now Naruto was angry at them. Maybe it was his Saiyan biology, as he was angry at what they were doing, especially at Khalifa. As Naruto here spiked up a bit more, lightning started cackling around him as a bang came down in his face. As he sat down and closed his eyes, he had to meditate to keep this form under control. On planet Sadala. Alright, Kale, it's time for us to begin our training. Let's start with the spar and move off from there. As Kale nodded. Just you wait, Naruto, next time I see you. I'm gonna kick your ass, said Khalifa. With Naruto gone, I'll have to step up and get stronger. I'll not let Khalifa training go to waste, Kale thought to herself. In space, a ship was flying through, as it was filled with scientists and fighters. In the main room though, a giant man with blue skin and orange hair was sitting on a throne that looked like he belonged to a king. Have we located Namek yet? He asks. Not yet, sir, but the other scientists have narrowed our search down from 12 to 3 years. We're getting closer. That's good news. Try and speed it up. Yes, sir, the scientist said. I want those Dragon Balls for myself. I'm the only person that knows about them, so I should be able to find them. I will become immortal even if I have to wipe out all of Namek to do so. The man said with an evil laugh. Time skip. 3 years later. Naruto was now 14. As he had stayed in his Super Saiyan transformation form for the last 3 years. At first it was intensely difficult and he ended up passing out more than once. However, he had gotten the handle of it. However, he hadn't seen Vados, Champa or 4 in the last 3 years now. But he had a feeling that they were watching him. Now that he had this under control, he decided to rest for the week. Then he would go and explore. Maybe he shall visit Namek first. The last 3 years though, Frost has been sending his man to try and kill Naruto. From his humiliation that Naruto dealt him that day. As Naruto knew that would make him suffer even more than his death, Frost has been hiding and sending his man here. However, someone did come that made Naruto almost transform into a Super Saiyan. However, he didn't have to in the end. He asked him if he worked for Frost, however, he said no, he worked for someone stronger. As Naruto wondered who was stronger than Frost. As Naruto was now walking until he sensed a key signature. He flew over towards as he saw a strange alien. He had no ears and small eyes. Who are you? Said Naruto. I am called Okis. I've been requested as a favor from somewhere far away. From someone important to help you train. Who sent you? Said Naruto. I was sent by someone that has been watching you. I mean you no harm. I simply wish to teach you a technique that will help you in your travels. What is the technique called? Said Naruto. Instant transmission. You can travel long distances instantly with this technique. However, in order to learn it, you must learn spirit control. What's that? Said Naruto. It's an advanced key manipulation technique known primarily by the Yordraks, the race I come from. With spirit control you can learn many things. Instant transmission will be one of them. Other things include cloning, gigantification, healing, which is an advanced ability, and something that is called force, spirit vision. All of these are learned through spirit control by splitting, shifting, and growing your spirit. After gaining good key control, you'll be able to sense from a far distance and also strengthen your attacks immensely. However, once you do learn this, it will take some time for you to adjust properly. So you will have to wait until you enter in a fight. So, do you wish to learn it? Or will you decline and continue on to your journey? If I accept this training, how long will it take? It all depends on what techniques you wish to learn after you learn spirit control, Oki said. I want to learn all of them. The whole becoming gigantic thing might become handy one of these days, said Naruto. Learning all of those, combining with controlling your ki will take at least 3 years. If you don't do that, then you might end up blowing up an entire planet, when you only want to create a small harmless blast. So 3 years of training for this new control, some techniques and key control. I guess my journey to Namek have to wait, said Naruto. So when do we start? Just after you finish eating, is that fine with you? He asked. Yeah, said Naruto. As he went to the back as he came back with a tray. He then went and came back 20 more times. I thank you for the hospitality, but I do not eat meat. Oh, I made this for myself, said Naruto. If you like, I can go back and make you a salad or some fruit dish. No, it's fine, I already ate, said Okis. Well, if you say so, said Naruto. So, can you tell me who sent you? I am not at liberty to say who this person is. I am told that you will meet them sometime in the future, so there's no need to worry. Did this person say anything else about me, said Naruto. Not really. Only that your power level has grown quite a lot in a short amount of time. I am told that your power level at the fullest is in the trillions, probably quadrillions. Now eat your food. We have 3 years of training to begin. As Okis realized that this was going to be a long 3 years, not to mention, he wasn't a fan of people that eat like Naruto. And yes, it's going to be a long 3 years, he thought to himself. About an hour later, both Naruto and Okis was in the forest. As he created some tiny, pointed trees as he stood on one. What are these for? Said Naruto. These are to help you with your spirit training. Firstly, you need to balance your mind and body to accomplish your training before learning any of these techniques. Now the key is to balance on these, only using your feet. Okis said as he demonstrated how Naruto should do it. Okay, that seems easy enough. No, it's not as easy as it sounds. For to do this, you must have the balance between both the mind and body to do this. If you fall to the right, you have the mind balance but not the body. If you fall to the left, you have the body balance but not the mind. And if you have neither, you will fall straight down on the spikes. I suggest you try on one without a spike top first. As Naruto went to the wooden pole that didn't have a spike on top of it, right after he crouched, he fell. I see that you need to work on your mind to achieve balance. I don't understand. After my training, I meditate for about 4 hours. How do I need to work on my mind, said Naruto. You must have some kind of anger or resentment inside of you for someone that is affecting your mind. I suppose you have dark thoughts about whoever this person is that is affecting your mind. We have 3 years to figure out what is it that you're not letting go of. The only thing I think about is when me and my friend Khalifa got into an argument 3 years ago and ended our friendship. We had these friendship bracelets, and she ended up taking hers and my other friend out and she destroyed it, ending our friendship for good. Tell me, what did you do with your bracelet? I threw it in the garbage, said Naruto. Perhaps you need to destroy it and move on to have closure. You need to solve it in order to learn the techniques. Now go and find that bracelet. Damn it. The ship kept on spitting it out of the garbage disposal. It's gonna take me a while, said Naruto. After a while he came back, as he had it. Now, I need to ask you something. Why do you hate your former friends Kayla and Khalifa? It's not that I hate them, said Naruto. I just don't approve of the lifestyle that you're living. I mean, they became gang members and started to do illegal activities. They've basically become criminals. I know it's not my decision to make, but I couldn't just go along with it. I told Khalifa what they were doing was rather stupid. We argued some more. She said they had new friends and that they basically become a family and that I wasn't included. I told her that I will not support the life they want to live, and she destroyed the bracelet before hanging up. I see. So you hate them for living that kind of life. You hate things you can't control. Have you ever thought that they like living like that? I told you already. I don't hate them, said Naruto. Then why do you get angry when I say you hate them? If you didn't hate them, you would not get angry. Do not tell me what I am or what I am not. I do not hate them, said Naruto. I could never hate them even if our friendship is over with. Then why do you bring them up if you do not hate them? Naruto simply sat down as he sighed. I guess I do have some hate for what they're doing. How do I get over this, said Naruto. Well, you complete the first step, being truthful to yourself. What I want you to do is think about the good times that you had with them, and cherish them. I want you to get rid of the hate. In order to do that, you must accept them. As Naruto closed his eyes, as he went into a meditating position, as he thought about Kale and Khalifa, the best moments, the good moments that he had with them. As he remembered when Kale received a nasty gash and him and Khalifa take care of her. He remembered when his tail got slammed into a door and he was basically paralyzed, and the two girls took care of him and Kale even rubbed his tail. He remembered when Khalifa's brother left for 4 years when she was 4, and she cried. And Naruto came up with the idea that they all should stay together until he came back. Then came all the pranks, and then the time when Kale brought them all the bracelets that she bought with a friendship charm on it, as he smiled in the real world, as Okoi saw it. He is remembering the good time they had as friends. Now come the next part, accepting the hatred. As Naruto's mind was clear until he heard a voice. You see, Naruto, they hate us. Naruto glanced up, as he saw a strange black mist with red eyes. Who are you? He said. I'm your hatred. Something that you need greatly. Why don't you kill the girls? They said it very clearly, that they don't need you anymore. You were kicked to the curb. The friendship bracelets that they were destroyed. We don't need them, you can get new friends. Remember when you said that? You can go to Sadala and blow it up. All you need to do is give in to your hatred. Let me take over. I can make everything go away. You are the strongest in the universe, and no one can stop you. The Black Mist spoke to Naruto. You're right about them throwing me to the sun and ending our friendship, but I could never kill them. Even though I hate the way they've chosen to live their life, I have to deal with it, said Naruto. It's not my place to tell them how to live their life. I was wrong. Yes, I am angry that the friendship is end, but I have no choice but to accept it because I shouldn't have forced my own ideals on them, especially when I was not there for them. Just like I accept you, said Naruto. I probably could never reach the level I was at without hatred. However, I no longer wish for my training to be clouded by hatred, said Naruto as he reached out his hand and went through the mist. The mist started to change to a bright golden color. before it was sucked into his body deep down. As Naruto opened his eyes. Well done, Naruto. I thought it would take a longer time for you to get rid of your hatred. However, now there's one more thing. Before we begin training again. This is the final step, the man said. Yeah, I know, said Naruto, as he looked towards the bracelet in his hand, as a ki blast formed in his hand as the thing was destroyed. Now, it is time that we truly begin. Meanwhile, on planet Sadala, Kale and Caulifla was in their room, as they had gotten an upgrade since Caulifla became the second in charge in their gang. They were laying around when glass started to crack. What the hell was that? I don't know, but it sounds like glass cracking, said Kale. Let's check it out, said Caulifla. They started to check all over, but they couldn't find anything. Caulifla was about to leave until Kale called her over. You might want to look at this. That is one thing that also changed. Kale no longer stuttered while she talked. However, she was still a bit timid though. What's up, Kale? What did you find? Kale did not respond as she simply pointed. As Caulifla couldn't believe it. All of the photos with Naruto in it had a crack on it that made it seem like they were separating from him. What does it mean, Caulifla? Kale asks. I don't know, Kale. I don't know. Do you think we should try reaching out to him? Why? I thought we agreed to never talk to him again, said Caulifla. We did, but shouldn't we make sure that he's okay? Come on, Kale, he's a big boy now. I mean, we're all teenagers now. Remember how strong he was when we were all 7? I highly doubt anything can happen to him, said Caulifla. Maybe. We should try one time. Why? Do you miss him? Asked Caulifla. Of course I do sometimes. You forgot that we were friends since we were born, right? I'm just gonna call him once. Fine, go ahead. But don't be disappointed when he doesn't answer. Go call your little boyfriend, said Caulifla. Kale did not respond to Caulifla's little jab, as she just went over to the monitor and called Naruto. It did not show the big red X, so that was good. However, they didn't expect someone else to answer. Hello, who's calling? Oka said. Who are you? Said Kale, as Caulifla sat in the background, just watching silently. I am Okis. May I know who you are and why you're calling? Oh, I'm Kale, and the girl in the back is Caulifla. I'm just calling to talk to Naruto. Is he around? I just want to check up on him. I'll let him know that you want to talk, Oka said, as he disappeared. Well, would you look at that? Maybe he missed you as well, Kale, seeing that the call went through. Do you think you want to talk to me? Kale asks. You have a better chance than I do. Just then Okis came back on the screen. Naruto said that he has no reason to talk to you, and neither should you. He also said that he has officially given up on the bond that he once had. I'm sorry, but I must go now, Oki said. The call ended as Kale stood there. Caulifla walked over, as she hugged her. As Kale broke down and cried. It's gonna be okay, Kale. No, it's not. I thought you'd at least say something to me. He just blew me off like I was nothing. Like he never cared about me. I hate him, she said angrily. You don't mean that, Kale, said Caulifla. Yes, I do. I never want to see him again. Fine, if that is what you want. Now, we have training to do. Let's get to it. Okay, said Kale. As her face was still sad, yet there was anger there as well. Back on Champa's plant, he was looking for Vados, as he wondered where the hell she was as he looked around. Suddenly, do you lose something, Lord Champa? He screamed once again as she showed up behind him. You should really keep your guard up, Lord Champa. This is the second time you got scared, and you screamed like that. I was not scared. Wait, what do you mean a second time? There wasn't a first, he said. I believe it was the first time that we met, Naruto, my lord. He thought you knew he was there, so he spoke up from behind you, and you crashed into the ceiling. It didn't scare me, I told you. I saw a piece of meat on the ceiling, and I didn't want it to go to waste. However, speaking of the boy, how strong has he gotten over the years? Champa asked. Well, at his max power level, I detect him to be just under quadrillion. When you reach about 5 quadrillion, then is when I want you to offer your training services. I still have this nagging feeling for the longest time now that someone's gonna do something really stupid and put our universe at risk. As you wish, my lord. As Champa nodded before he walked away. Time skip. 3 years later, as Naruto has completed his training with Okis. Now Okis was preparing to leave. I must say, by far, you are one of the best person I ever come to train. Your ability to grasp the spirit control is better than most of the Yardraks when I was around. Your ability with the instant transmission is beyond what I would have expected. Being able to use it without the delay of putting the finger to the forehead is rather astonishing. Your healing prowess and cloning and force spirits is amazing as well. However, your use of instant transmission is what really stands out to me. Thank you for everything you've done for me, Okis. I don't think I would ever have gotten this far without you, said Naruto. Nonsense. All you really needed was a push in the right direction. I had no doubt in my mind if you'd given a push, you'd have figured this out by yourself. Now I must be going. My time is up now, said Otis as he started to fade away, as Naruto waving goodbye. Well, that was a fun 3 years, said Naruto. My ki control is so much better, I feel like I can transform effortlessly. As he was about to transform until he felt ki coming all the way from Namek. That was too strong to be one of the Namekians. Naruto locked in on the ki and vanished. Using instant transmission, over the past couple of years of training, his ship had tied on to his ki signature so he can use instant transmission to get back here. Meanwhile, at an unknown location, how was it treating him, Okis? An unknown voice said, It went quite well actually. I didn't think that he would grasp the training so easily though. However, during the training he was holding back a lot of his strength. It was like while he was training he was fighting to keep his power down, Okis said. That's because he has a lot of power stored in his body that he hasn't even tapped into yet. I can feel so much power coming from him yet. He still has so much potential that is not even tapped yet. He is already stronger than me. And I'm classified as a god. Well, technically, an assistant. That is true, even I felt it. However, I would like to return to the afterlife now. Yes, I can see it in your face. You may leave. Thank you for all of your help. As Okis fade away to the afterlife. I guess I was right when I told our Champa that Naruto would surpass everyone including me, but not Champa as of yet. He's only 17 and he's the third strongest in Universe 6, behind Vados and Lord Champa. And if I know Vados, she would offer him training session really soon, as a person sent from the shadow to show that he was Supreme Kai for. Meanwhile, with Naruto at Namek, the place was a mess. There was dead bodies all around, homes destroyed. What happened here? Who did this? As Naruto heard a weak voice, Naruto, it's you. He turned and rushed over, as he found that it was Kokoro, badly beaten on the ground as Naruto held out his hand and started to use his new healing ability. What happened here? Said Naruto. We don't know. 3 years ago, a strange man came here, looking for the Dragon Ball, so we declined him. We could sense the evil coming from him. But the moment we declined to give him the Dragon Balls, he started to kill us off one by one. He has an entire fleet of soldiers and spaceships hovering above our atmosphere. They just recently went back, but I know they will return. For some reason they can't find the 7th Dragon Ball. They asked us where it was, but we don't even know where it is. That is when they start to destroy anything and anyone to find it. We decided to fight back, but we were only able to take out 100 of his troops. He took out a lot more of us. Of course they wouldn't find the last Dragon Ball, said Naruto. I hid it under the water. So unless he dived straight down to the bottom, I doubt he would ever find it, said Naruto. I felt like something like this was gonna happen. I saw the dust on them when you guys used them for me, so I figured that you guys didn't really use them. So I hid one of them. As Naruto glanced up, I want you to clear out the Namekians that are here and get them to somewhere safe. I'm gonna handle this. He clenched his fist and transformed as his blonde hair spiked upwards. Kokoro's eyes went wide as he looked towards Naruto's new form and felt the immense power coming from him. As Naruto looked up to the heavens as he was about to begin an epic fight. But guys, be and subscribe right here. Once this person do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember, share to all of your friends, social media platform, and also go ahead and check out the other what ifs on the other channels, and I hope you guys enjoy each and every one of them. And don't forget to go ahead and turn on the bell notification to see exactly when I post. And also, yes guys, I indeed have 4 channels that I post what if on every single day for you guys to enjoy, so go ahead and check them out. And yeah, enjoy. But for now, I'm out of here. See you guys soon. Peace guys.